In this video, we'll go through how to assemble the toy plane. First of all, we need to go to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on the orange File button, then select New. From this Create New File window, we need to first of all move to this ENUS folder, click on the little arrow to the left of it, then select Metric. From here, we need to select an assembly file, and it needs to be this one, the standard MM. Then click Create. Now that we're in the assembly area, we want to bring in the parts for the plane. However, when you're doing an assembly, it's not good to bring in all of the parts for it in one go. You should bring in the parts one at a time and assemble them one at a time. The first thing we need to add to this assembly is the main part for the plane. So to bring that into the assembly, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, and we'll look for the Assemble tab and the Place button. Now, if your bit here doesn't say Place, click on the arrow underneath it and select Place. In this Place component window, you need to find your technical folder from your place on the school network. If you don't know how to find this, ask your teacher for help now. Once you've located this folder, we want to find the plane that you've made, or the plane body. So we select it and click Open. Then we can see it on the screen, so I'm going to move the mouse about. I can just click once to put it on. And I see when I keep moving the mouse about, I get the option to add more than one, but I only want one. So at this stage, to deselect this, I'm going to press the Escape key on my keyboard. Now, with all assemblies, we will always ground the first part we bring in. To ground this, move the mouse over it. It'll turn green when it's highlighted. Then right-click. Then halfway down this menu, we've got Grounded. Select it. And this ensures that this plane body will not move around in the assembly. Now, before I go any further with this assembly, I'm going to take you through a few techniques for viewing the screen that you'll need to know as we go through. To zoom in and zoom out of something, you roll the middle mouse button towards you or away from you. To pan the view, you click and hold the middle mouse button and move the mouse around. To rotate a view, you press and hold the Shift key on your keyboard, then click and hold the middle mouse button, then move the mouse. All three of these view techniques are vital when completing assemblies. So the next thing we're going to do here is assemble the wings onto the plane body. So to do that, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on the Place button. Then from your technical folder, find the wing. Then click Open. So the wing will now be added to your screen. So you click to add it, and then press Escape on your keyboard to deselect this. To add the wing, we will need to mate the top surface of this wing to the surface here on the plane body. So in order to do that, we will click the Constrain button, then select that top surface of the wing, rotate the view around, and select this top surface of the cutout part on the bottom of the plane body. Then click Apply. Next, we need to line up the two pegs with the two holes. In order to do that, we want to zoom into the hole first and move the mouse over the curved surface. When you can see the little green center axis appear, click. Then I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to select this peg here, and again, move the mouse over the curved surface of this peg to see the center axis, and then click. You can see that that's now lined up the hole for on the wing with the round peg on the bottom of the plane. So now we click Apply. We now need to do the same thing with the other hole and the other peg. However, we can't actually see the other hole in the wing here. So to do this, click Cancel, and then left click on the wing and hold the button down. and then turn the wing around. Just a little bit until you can actually see that hole. When you can see the hole in the wing, click Constrain, then zoom into the hole, mouse over the curved surface, click. I'm going to pan it across and mouse over the curved surface on the peg, click. Then click Apply. I'm going to zoom out to see things, and you can see that that has assembled the wing together. So I'm going to click Cancel. The next part I'm going to put on is the propeller. So again, mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on Place, and select the propeller from your technical folder. Then click Open. Click to put the propeller in, and then press Escape on your keyboard to deselect it. We need to click on the Constrain button next, and we're going to zoom into the front of the plane. We want this surface here to be mated to the back of the propeller. So I'm going to select this surface, then zoom out, turn this around so I can see the bottom of the propeller, and then zoom in. Once I can see the bottom surface for the propeller, I'm going to select it. You can see that that has now mated the bottom surface of the propeller to that surface on the front of the plane. So click Apply. And now we need to use the center axis command on the rod in the front of the plane with the cylindrical part of the propeller. So move the mouse over the curved surface on this rod till you see the center axis and then click. Then move this mouse over the curved surface of the propeller till you see the center axis and click. Then click Apply. Then click Cancel. So far we've added the wing and the propeller to the plane. Now we need to add the rear wing. To add the rear wing, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen and click on Place. Then from your technical folder, select the rear wing. And click Open. Again, we're going to click to put the rear wing on, and then press Escape on the keyboard to deselect it. For the rear wing, we need the little gap in the slot for the back here to be at the back of the plane. So we will need this surface to be touching this flat surface here. So we're going to click Constrain. We're going to select this surface, and I want to mate that to the top surface of the back of the plane here. You can see that this slot is at the back end here, which is perfect. So I'm going to click Apply. Next, we're going to use a center axis constraint in order to line up the two holes on the rear wing with the two pegs for it. So it's easier to zoom in to see the curved surface. We'll do one at a time. So we've got the curved surface for this hole. You can see the center axis going through. And then the curved surface of this peg, see the center axis and click. Then click Apply. Same issue we had with the wing is happening here. We can't see the hole for the rear wing. So I'm going to click Cancel. And then we're going to rotate this rear wing around by moving the mouse over it, holding down the left-hand mouse button, and then moving the mouse around until I can see the hole and the peg. Once I can see the hole and the peg clearly, click on Constrain, then select the curved surface of the hole and the curved surface of the peg. Again, you'll see the two center axes and click. Then click Apply. Now we're going to click Cancel because that's the rear wing being assembled. Finally, we need to add the tail to the plane. So I'm going to, again, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on Place, and from a technical folder, find the tail. Then click Open. I'm going to click to put the tail in somewhere, and then again, press the Escape key on my keyboard to deselect it. So now, I'm going to click Constrain, and I'm going to select this surface of the tail, and I want that to be mated to the other surface inside the rear wing here. So I'm going to rotate this around till I can see that surface, zoom in so I can see it really clearly, and select the face. Then click Apply. Now you can see that this tail is too far into the plane in order to be useful. So I'm going to click Cancel, and then I'm going to drag that away by clicking and holding the left-hand mouse button, and is moving the mouse to drag that tail out of it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to mate this little part of the tail to this surface of the rear wing. So I'm going to click Constrain, select that small surface there, turn this around. I'm going to zoom in to make this a bit easier to find, select the surface, and then click Apply. I'm then going to click Cancel, and I'm going to drag that tail out the way. Because now I want to be able to see this surface, the bottom surface of the tail, clearly, so that I can mate that to the top surface of the rear wing. So again, click on Constrain, turn it around so we can see that, zoom right in so you can see that face really clearly, select it, back around, and the top surface of the rear wing. Then click Apply. Then click Cancel. I'm going to zoom out here and rotate this view around so I can see the plane from an angle I like. That's us now finished assembling this toy plane. So move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on the orange File button, select Save As. In the Save As window, make sure you've got your technical folder selected from your place on the school network. If you don't know how to do this, ask your teacher for help now. Call this file Assembled Toy Plane. Then click Save. That's this video finished on how to assemble the toy plane. So in this video, we have covered how to use the mate constraint and how to use the center axis constraint.